Oh boy, we got a brand new expansion announcement for Guild Wars 2. Yeah, there's a lot of hype everywhere on the internet right now, but I think one of the biggest things that people are excited about is player housing. Now, player housing has been a big wish for many different players, myself included, because who doesn't like owning a house within a video game? It's not like we can do that in real life. If you looked at the newest trailer, you'll see at the end that they hint at player housing coming to the newest expansion called Janthir Wilds. I am super hyped for this because not only player housing going to be a big change for everyone in the game to really fill up their house and essentially have house parties. Hey, I'm inviting you to come to my house party. It's going to be lit, bring your own water. But I need to highlight this, guys. The housing system in the game is actually made by a developer from The Sims. That's right, his name is Joel Eckhart. Hopefully I'm saying his last name right. But Joel essentially has a lot of experience with creating the Sims housing system where you can put furniture and wallpaper in. You know how the Sims is. It's very popular online. It's so cool to see that a developer with so much experience is going to be coming onto Guild Wars 2 to work on the housing system, or homestead is what they call it, for Guild Wars 2. Very exciting because this is not the first time someone in the gaming industry joins another studio to work on something very similar to what they worked on previously. So in today's video, I'll kind of talk about how this has happened already with a different gaming studio and a different game. And I'll talk more about how you can already explore the homestead system in-game currently, as well as some other things that I'm excited about for Guild Wars 2 and future plans for Guild Wars content on the channel. Let's jump into it. Alright, so maybe I caught your attention with other studios using developers' experience to create their own similar type of styles of content in their own game. This has already happened in the gaming industry all over the place. Typically, game developers will kind of work in a studio for either a short amount of time or long periods of time, but most of the time, a lot of developers will actually bounce to different studios. So they'll take their experience with what they did on, let's say, the Halo franchise, or I don't know, some other kind of game, for example, and they'll work on a different studio that is creating kind of a similar type of game, and with their experience, they're gonna make a kick system within the game. I'll go ahead and bring up my first example. Epic Games wanted to have a bunch of different game modes within the video game Fortnite. See, Fortnite's known for the battle royale system, right? Well, recently, Fortnite has included a bunch of different modes. For example, they have like the kind of Minecraft style survival mode that is the Lego mode. And they wanted to add a type of kind of like Guitar Hero / rock band music mode. Fortnite Festival is what they call it now. But in order for Fortnite Festival to exist, they needed to have people with experience. And so what Epic Games did is they actually hired the people who worked on Rock Band to add this game mode and work on it within Fortnite. And Fortnite Festival is actually super successful. Don't take my word for it, just scroll through the item shop and see how many different music tracks are available for people to purchase and be able to use within Fortnite Festival. It's very popular, it's got a strong community of people who really enjoyed playing these types of games back in the day. Alright, so let's go ahead and refocus and switch back over to Guild Wars 2. What does this mean for the homestead system? Well, Joel Eckhart, he has a lot of years under his belt at EA working on The Sims. Now, The Sims has one of the best kind of housing systems in the game. Like, there are literally channels that are out there that just decorate homes and that's it. It's a big niche on YouTube. And for example, tons of people just still play The Sims to this day. So if we have people like Joel, who is joining the team at ArenaNet to create a housing system for Guild Wars 2, let me tell you, this is going to be the biggest chef's kiss I'll ever see, because I'll be honest with you, Sims is super successful. I'm kind of sad that Guild Wars didn't have housing for so long, and now it's finally coming. Now, we don't have any information about Homestead aside from the little teaser that they showed in the expansion announcement video. However, what if I told you that right now you can actually, I guess, decorate a home in the game? That's right, this kind of system is there in in Guild Wars, it's not the best.
It's the biggest piece of dog.
All right, it's not that, but still, like, I think this system is still there, and my guess is that's going to be the system that Joel and his team are going to be working on improving and taking to the next level, like The Sims next level. So if you want to experience what the home decoration is for Guild Wars 2, there's a lot of steps. The first thing that you gotta do is you have to form a guild. Either you join a guild that's already existing or you create your own. It's way better if you create your own because you'll be able to experiment with the system that's already in game. The next thing that you're gonna have to do is acquire a guild hall. So that means capturing it with a party of players. Now, the guild hall is great if you have a lot of people working on it because there's a lot of things you have to upgrade in order to add different furniture items and pieces within the game. Like, for example, you have to level up the crafting discipline of scribing in order to make sure you can create the items to decorate your guild hall. Now, there are some items that you can earn in game from doing like raids and other content, and the system that's there, it's not bad. Like, you know, you have this inventory system and then you can place the object, you can kind of turn it and stuff like that, but it can very much be improved. Number one, this inventory system, it's like a giant list of things, like this needs to be fixed entirely. Number two, like being able to, I guess, move it around in the game, it's a bit hard because obviously like you're still in your character's point of view and you're using the skills that turn on your skill bar to rotate and move objects around. Like it kind of works, but I am super stoked to hopefully be able to be in a spectator camera, kind of like they do for PvP, and being able to move around your whole map and be able to go up and down without having to worry like, okay, your character's standing there and then you go into this building mode. Like, it's gonna be way better when Joel and his team are able to take player housing to the next level. So yeah, player housing is finally coming to Guild Wars 2 on August 20th. What does this mean? Well, this means I'm gonna be holding the craziest house party during the first week of the expansion's announcement. I'm going to be going for my homestead. I'm going to try and decorate it, you know, with like a couple of chairs and a table. What else do we need for a party? Maybe like a giant barrel of water, you know, because, you know, we stay hydrated at the Hydrated Gamers. It'll be a fun time to hang out with y'all on stream during the housing party, homestead party, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you check out my stream if you want to see that. But aside from housing, is there anything else that really excites me about this expansion? Well, let me tell you, we all get spears, every single class. Hey, do you play an elementalist? You get a spear. I play a thief, I get a spear, and that is so cool. Having new weapon abilities in the game, especially brand new animations. Like, look at the, ooh, it's so good. I'm super stoked for spears. Now, I don't know how the playstyle works. Some of the professions are gonna have ranged spear attacks, and other professions are gonna have melee spears. So I don't know what Thief is getting, but I'm super stoked in general because I just love seeing brand new animations for characters wielding different weapons. And that also means pricing for spear legendaries has gone up the roof. Like, yeah, good luck trying to get a spear out there. It's now well over 2,000 gold if you want a legendary one. And the other thing that I'm super excited about, which I'll probably make another video about, is talking about the new PvP mode that they're not really revealing a lot so much, but they are working on it. My guess is it's probably something like Plunderstorm in World of Warcraft or a 15 versus 15, but I'll zip my lip and save that for another video. What's important to realize is that Guild Wars 2 is getting yearly expansions. Yeah, I know there was a lot of talk about Guild Wars 3 and, oh, Guild Wars 3 is on the horizon. Now, Guild Wars 3, if it ever is coming, it's probably going to take a lot of years because if there was something to show, ArenaNet would talk about it up front. Now, that's totally okay because I think Guild Wars 2 can be around for another 10 plus years. Like, look at World of Warcraft. Nobody's talking about, oh, we need a World of Warcraft 2. In fact, Blizzard Entertainment, they have 3 expansions planned for the next few years of the game. So they're sticking with World of Warcraft, and World of Warcraft is an older game running on an older engine. And then we look at Guild Wars 2. It's running on a newer engine compared to World of Warcraft. And to be honest with you, combat is so good in Guild Wars 2. There's a lot of different storylines and great different maps to explore so far. I'll be honest with you, I'm totally okay with yearly expansions coming out for the game. And I think since we already experienced Secrets of the Obscure, the very first yearly expansion, ArenaNet kind of learned what players like and dislike about that expansion. In fact, they have a whole blog post talking about the lessons that they learned with that expansion. Obviously, they're not going to hit it out of the park out of the bat, but Secrets of the Obscure does have a lot of highlights that are carrying over into the next expansion, like the Wizard's Vault kind of thing. And since it's going to be another yearly expansion, I think think people's expectations are a bit more tamed now. Like, we're not getting 4 maps off the bat like we did with Path of Fire, Heart of Thorns, etc. We're only getting 2 maps to start, and then a 3rd map is being added on later on during quarterly patches that release for the game. Overall, it's a really good time to be a fan of Guild Wars 2, and this new expansion really hypes me up more than Secrets of the Obscure, because ArenaNet has learned their lessons from the first yearly expansion and can really adapt as to what players want. They're already working on a longer term PvP mode, which quite frankly, PvP and world versus world, these are the types of game formats that haven't had an update in a long time. So it's great that they're kind of refocusing their shift into adding a brand new PvP mode or revamping the PvP mode. We really don't know what it is, but hey, it's very much needed. And like, thank you so much, ArenaNet. I'm super stoked to be trying out the beta of the PvP later on this year. And obviously there's a lot of good virtual goodies for people to chase down. Legendary Spear, I think a legendary backpack as well. Like, there's a lot of things to grind for in this brand new expansion if you really want those cool looking transmogs. And we can't forget about the brand new raid wing, which of course there's going to be some cool unique drops in that raid, and even challenge modes, and even like a really hyper challenge mode. Like, this expansion is definitely awesome. Player housing, new raid, obviously legendaries to chase down, and PvP mode. Like, sign me up. So guys, I'm not even a partner with ArenaNet. Hey ArenaNet, if you're listening to this video, hit me up. I've definitely applied. I just really enjoy Guild Wars 2. And I think this expansion is going to be super fun. If you want to see me play the game live, I will be streaming it the first week when it comes out on my Twitch. Check me out on there. Special shout out to the Patreon supporters for keeping this channel active. And as always, stay hydrated, gamers.